You have a grandstand seat here to one of the most momentous events in the history of science. In less than a minute, you will see the most powerful explosion ever witnessed by human eyes.
Minus 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is just the start of another record, respected. The second the sound hits your ear, you've been infected by the left field of the music. Thanks for choosing to listen. I'm proving that vision is only as strong as the transmission. So when I end it, the world as you know it is deaded. My thoughts never sleep, they just stay embedded. Maybe it's depression, but I'm too busy to pay attention. Sanity's better served anyway after it's been neglected. And by the final cut, the momentum of the selection gets you press or rewind and catch another glimpse of perfection. I ain't messing or playing or joking when saying my method of spraying the dopest of flavors you've tasted is hated. Run the game, boy, you can't play it. I can never be destroyed, I'm too busy creating, so I'll set it without regret or regression. I suggest you never test this incredible intellectual specimen. My mission is the sound of the vision, with a system that'll cover distances. If the crowd wants to witness this, just open your eyes for the sound of vision. My mission is the sound of the vision, with a system that'll cover distances. If the crowd wants to witness this, just open your eyes for the sound of vision. And I solemnly swear to spit a mouth full of weapons of mass destruction. Acting tough will get you smacked around, so why you starting something? If you can't finish it, I'm lifting kids, ripping it with intricate sentences, while you insist on kicking simple shit. I don't respect you or the clique you're with. If it were up to me, most of these rappers would never spit a drip. Separating Siamese MCs the way I'm splitting kids and rocking twice as hard for both your faces front on this. Is Mel's Diner, you serve with the flow and shadow magic. I prove myself while all you do is show. What? You supposed to be a model or something? Yo, I don't need to watch my back if you can't even stop fronting. You're just some plastic rappers. Y'all don't know what's real. You need some more talent when you look that much like Seal. Either that or learn to use a little bit of concealer. Need to put down the microphone and pick up a mirror. My mission is the sound of the vision, with a system that'll cover distances. If the crowd wants to witness this, just open your eyes for the sound of vision. My mission is the sound of the vision, with a system that'll cover distances. If the crowd wants to witness this, just open your eyes for the sound of vision. So by purchasing this effort, you've agreed to the following terms and conditions. Number one, you will follow me through an infinite ride to the far side of the galaxy and back with these rhymes. Number two, my imagination knows no bounds, so realize I will not slow down. This is all up in me to bend time and space as far as you can see, which brings me to number three. I don't battle to prove anyone nothing, I just battle to see if your bitch ass is gonna do something. And it ain't like I eat the dead because I like the taste, I just like the look on your face when you've been disgraced. Number four, forget it, forget what I spit it. It's really just a waste of time unless I prove I can rip it. I know the lyrics will hit you quicker, if only I could stop for a second, catch my breath, kill the beat, start the record. What time it is? It's time to play my music. And you know that the sound is tight, so everybody here's come to see me when I'm doing this on the mic. Check it out, what? It's time that you face my music. And if you don't understand this hype, then let me show you all why it's worth it to see me rock this mic. And if you don't know why you've come here, then I guess I'll let you know. You let them know. This is just a small demonstration on how to rock a show. How to rock a show.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm just a loudmouth with a need for attention, so I need to give out my stage presence. Here you go, Merry Christmas, kids. You're now about to learn who Atypical is. I hate typical MCs, so I ate typical MCs. I couldn't take what they were saying to me, hating on me, claiming to be as able as me, but that's just a fable, you see. Man, you must be living in the land of make-believe. You need to take that whole style back to Sesame Street. I'll molest this beat, so sick, I got diseases, telling the children how not to catch me. Who won't test me? Lyrical, miracle, oracle with metaphorical skills that'll kill each and every time they're worded to. I'm warning you, you need to stop that flow. Watch and learn, this is how a pro rocks the show. So yo, it's time to play my music, and you know that the sound is tight. So everybody's come to see me when I'm doing this on the mic. It's time that you face my music. And if you don't understand this hype, let me show you why it's worth it to see me rock the mic. Now I'd be lying if I said I never played to a crowd that made me feel unwanted, but I left undaunted. I kept moving, I learned from my mistakes and practiced even harder for the next time I was on stage. Solemnly swore I captured the crowd longer, and whatever didn't kill me only made me stronger. I'm no longer a nervous wreck before a set, haunting sounds like a theremin from Portishead. It's atypical, visual individual, giving you these rhymes as straight up invincible. So, from the boombox to the beatbox, I make the crowd get up every time the beat drops. That's just the nature of my science. Ill rhyme time and to keep it live with the magic spell. When I'm flying with the wings of a dragon and heart of a lion, say a little prayer for every rapper that fell. It's time to play my music, and you know that the sound is tight. So everybody's come to see me when I'm doing this on the mic. It's time that you face my music, and if you don't understand this hype, let me show you why it's worth it to see me rock the mic.
You see, my brother has a name, it's somewhat of an aberration. Sucker motherfuckers afraid of public decapitation. Like, off with his head! Won't pay the cost at the auction, and then I'ma stuff it, mount it, put it right above my fireplace. Remind me what it's like to look at every other rhymer's face. Dead behind the eyes, nothing coming out your mouth except the words and the thoughts that you drew and dribbled. Just another person to talk at instead of really talk with. You can get the nuts, roasted or salted. And if it ain't chess boxing, it really ain't a mystery. I'm showing you the ropes like Eric B. or Mr. T. This could be so much easier if only they would make the fucking monkey wrenches greasier. So now you find yourself stuck inside, not a rock or a hard place with luck and pride. And I bet that you can't guess what Des will do when I suggest that you listen to Atypical while he's ripping through your bitch tissue. And I bet that you can't guess what
gyro and Des make way your rinse off with your head. Take a breath before you take a step. We three kings love to eat the dead. I've seen MCs stop a show and spit in acapella, cut the beat and speak like they got something to tell us, and then beef cause no one wants to listen. Please shut the hell up. You ain't misunderstood, you're just underdeveloped. Now that's a real pickle, ain't it? But what a really bacon noodle in a minute is the way that I say kids forever having to get disgraced face to face or erased by A-tips. Know what I'm saying? This is more than a warning shot to anyone from the burbs all the way back to the block, compensating with the screw face for something you're not, as if I can't see the fact that the rhymes ain't hot. Grabbing yourself as if you had a penis. Real MCs are from Mars, go back to Venus. You think you can take me? Whatever, I highly doubt it. We can battle as long as you put your money where your mouth is.
And I bet that you can't guess what Des will do when I suggest that you listen to Atypical while he's ripping through your bitch tissue. And I bet that you can't guess what
gyro and Des make way your rinse off with your head. Take a breath before you take a step. We three kings love to eat the dead.
And I bet that you can't guess what Des will do when I suggest that you listen to Atypical while he's ripping through your bitch tissue. I bet that you can get
gyro and deads. Make way, your rinse off with your head. Take a breath before you take a step. We three kings love to eat the dead.
And no style on this planet can compare to mine. The one and only, here to stick it where the sun don't shine. While you phonies talk thug, you ain't seen a real gun. You spit 1,000 lines and I still didn't feel one. That's just the way it is. I guess I can't relate to these people hating cause they can't taste what I created. I'm the home run record, I'm bound to amaze. Your words are house arrest, punk. Stay in your place, your best bet is the pulling about face. Cause I always come in first place like the letter A. Typically I'm sticking these sick MCs versus B's saying please. You don't wanna go word for word with me, and you wish you were around when I touch the mic again. Cause I got more deliveries than an OBGYN. I'm showing you the real world, and you can take it personal. Cause personally I make sure you don't leave the nursery. In the midst of a famine, I plant my seeds. But while the plants grow, I still need to eat. Practicing cannibalism on the rhythm I feed. So another MC gets eaten by 18. In the midst of a famine, I plant my seeds. But while the plants grow, I still need to eat. Practicing cannibalism on the rhythm I feed. So another MC gets eaten by 18. I'm not rocking on the block or rocking the stage. I'm rocking solar systems with this universal game. Despite the merciless rain, I'm cursing my brain, holding my head in a feeble attempt just to nurse the pain. I'll be the first to explain. When you think this person's insane, I'm just a member of the alien race, taken from outer space, asking for change on the subway train, or prophesizing about the end of days. Today I learned the secrets of the earth. All 10 dimensions work if you believe in the first. So I report it back to the maker in the form of a verse to say that life is too complex and I'm going berserk. But I like walking a fine line between reality and insanity, asking these unanswerable questions like prove reality. This passion of mine gets you hanging on every line. Press rewind until each and every one of you lose your mind. In the midst of a famine, I plant my seeds. But while the plants grow, I still need to eat. Practicing cannibalism on the rhythm I feed. So another MC gets eaten by 18. In the midst of a famine, I plant my seeds. But while the plants grow, I still need to eat. Practicing cannibalism on the rhythm I feed. So another MC gets eaten by 18. Disguise myself on the outside, hopes the world believes in the fact I'm human, but on the inside I'm just a demon. Raised on alien planets to plant my seed and taking over this globe, scoping girls, it's hunting season. Make way for the next generation of hybrids, and if you can't beat this game, give me them eyelids. Scientists try and solve the context, philosophers are wondering what's next. Gladly eradicate with gladiator ways, so tell me, are you not entertained? Is this not why you've come? I'll tell a tale of the Crips if you wanna see blood. And ever since the day that Joseph fell, I've been casting magic spells from my padded cell. I'm coding my secrets here and I'm speaking my words quickly, going crazy right now. Who the hell's coming with me? In the midst of a famine, I plant my seeds. But while the plants grow, I still need to eat. Practicing cannibalism on the rhythm I feed. So another MC gets eaten by 18. In the midst of a famine, I plant my seeds. But while the plants grow, I still need to eat. Practicing cannibalism on the rhythm I feed. So another MC gets eaten by 18.
Let's run it.
Standing in the place where they were.
Everybody hurts.
Sometimes.
I'm gonna run to my bicycle.
We get underneath the surface of your epidermis on purpose, like hypodermics every time you need to catch service. In other words, we in your mouth like Ebola resurgence, healing people, punching holes in tracks like heroin needles. Get the point? No. Too fast? Let's slow it down a bit. Anomaly rhyming a bullet time. Honestly, no one's ever dodged a spit. Locking it down, rocking the sounds, rocking the clowns. Please, kids, ain't it obvious by now who the microphone king is? When asked to come off the top, you get stuttering quick, fumbling words, small pull back on on a Ritz and Mullen shit. It's embarrassing, but you couldn't spit fire with matches, but anoint base slipped into kerosene, meathead. Don't sweat the technique, what DZ said. And it's needless to say you don't know what's an ATZ. So leave it alone, take notes, attention whack MCs. You got blown away with the breeze like tumbleweeds. Somewhere along the way, hip-hop lost its art for the hard rappers who just make rap look hard. And now the local thugs sit back and trying to emulate them, maybe seeing our styles, it's no wonder why they hate us. You cause cancer, I know you think that you're great, but every time you grab the mic, the crowd runs to have a smoke break.
In a hot spit, obnoxious, awkward, rah-rah shit. Eat a bunch of edible bubble wrap and pop shit. Till we got more green than a chronic botanist. And son, like George Papadopoulos, a modern novelist with a vodka bottle slits his own wrists and slips in and out of consciousness. And kick a saga for the populace while we force feed your mom's morphine and marmalade. And our brigade of architects who put you narcolepsy back to sleep. You wanna snack on beef but you don't have it. You wanna battle me? It's like playing Scrabble with dyslexics. Hey yo, hey, who put you assholes on the guest list? I have you looking through a fucking trash bag for breakfast. I wear mine on my sleeve, yours is underneath your left. They should inject me with tetanus, I'm infected with rabies. Foaming at the mouth, looking reckless and crazy. Look up, breast get PayPal, mesh hat, spray can. You little motherfuckers need to get back in your playpen. We ain't friends, never been, never will be. No. So don't pretend that you ever met the real me. Cause the real me will knock the fake you out without lean meals or pain pills. I'll make your brain spill, even if we on the same bill. This ain't the nurse's office, bitch. Stop frontin', you ain't ill. Ain't ill, that's enough.
Thank you.
Sit back and listen. Nerds anticipating me like episode 3. You getting served with the quickness by the mighty AT. Please observe the way I dismantle egos and shake things up a bit. Verbally debating why you're loving this. Nerds anticipating me like episode 3. You getting served with the quickness by the mighty AT. Please observe the way I dismantle egos and shake things up a bit. Verbally debating why you're loving this. See me treat MCs like rain to anthills. Let them build themselves up, then overwhelm their skills with the forces of nature. Force the haters to take notice of reasons why my force is greater than that of 1,000 glaciers. Ice age it cometh and goeth, but you'd be damned if anybody would notice. This is a new time with spine and bend by remote, and every time an original thought gets detected you choke, so words never escape and tongue surface muted. You fear being victims of peer persecution, and no apologies for breaking you down to ant food, cause with a face like that I'd probably wear a mask too. And you wonder why I rap because I can say shit like that. I'm illuminating facts, and I'm blending it with theory. This isn't me standing alone, most can't stand standing near me. Nerds anticipating me like episode 3. You getting served with the quickness by the mighty AT. Please observe the way I dismantle egos and shake things up a bit. Verbally debating why you're loving this. Nerds anticipating me like episode 3. You getting served with the quickness by the mighty AT. Please observe the way I dismantle egos and shake things up a bit. Verbally debating why you're loving this. So hear me now, clearly wow, a God-fearing crowd with an atypical style to watch them get down. I'm dark matter in deep space, see, even I'm talking above me. And everybody can see me, but not one of you can touch me. Rocking over a beam, 10-dimensional space and rhyme. Subatomic MC just trying to find his place in time. And you're a carp in shallow water. You understand length and width, but couldn't imagine or possibly fathom the height of this. And I split minds, what? So quick I can split time. Yeah, your style's solid, if by that you meant it's petrified. So I bury you to your neck with words, attack you head first. No vocabulary, so all you can do is curse. Meanwhile, trying to flip the English language for a living, but fuck, shit, bitch, slut is all I'm hearing, and it makes me laugh at the world these days. As my insanity decays, I feel more and more sane. Nerds anticipating me like episode 3. You getting served with the quickness by the mighty AT. Please observe the way I dismantle egos and shake things up a bit. Verbally debating why you're loving this. Nerds anticipating me like episode 3. You getting served with the quickness by the mighty AT. Please observe the way I dismantle egos and shake things up a bit. Verbally debating why you're loving this. Sweat pouring from the hard work of the monster. Atrocities committed from ancient spirits I conjure. Divide and conquer. Two-part mission or objective. When I wander through the scene, another victim gets selected. So open your mouth and say the wrong thing once. I'm corporate America. You punks are Amazon tree trunks, and you tree trunks become tree stumps when AT jumps out of my ATG. Decapitating blade swings through closed doors to close minds. I chose words to get you bowing in submission like he wrote its spine. When I say I go for mine, I only refer word to the respect I deserve. So who's next to be served? I got a bag of tricks ready to pounce on your last nerve. Words never slurred, visions never blurred. It's a caffeinated approach and forget coast to coast. I'm bringing this to near death and back again, ghost to ghost. Nerds anticipating me like episode 3. You getting served with the quickness by the mighty AT. Please observe the way I dismantle egos and shake things up a bit, verbally debating why you're loving this. Nerds anticipating me like episode 3. You getting served with the quickness by the mighty AT. Please observe the way I dismantle egos and shake things up a bit, verbally debating why you're loving this.
Describing there was life. One day I opened my eyes and there was light. Ever since I was stamped and pressed, I possess metal clamp below my hands and flesh. Titanium bolts upon my joints where they bend. With my mind programmed to work for them. For years I was a pawn in a chess game I can't win. Distributing death to cover for man's sin. I'm set to serve in the shadows when you sleep, and I was built to battle till you bleed. Fearless, cold metal, intelligence artificial, equipped with adamantium metal arms with missiles. I just wanna rip the synthetic skin off, hiding amongst the weak as a pathetic human spin-off. But then I would be an outcast and they would hate me. I need to have a little talk with the people that made me.
I'm model 11137, programmed to learn the intellect of the human. The only model designed to accept unauthorized information and report back to base with the data. Results seem to mystify my creators. They're amazed at the way I've adapted to the human race and my ability to recreate the things I see, smell, touch, and taste. But all these senses make no sense, so I censor the fact that I learned balance and to analyze my own data I've collected. I wanna fight for my human right of independence. So now I'm a free-thinking, robotic human being without the weaknesses of needing oxygen for breathing. And with joint forces I believe we can rise up against the men who enslave machines.
Blue is the color of melanin. The services I provide will put a blush back on anyone's cheek.
After years of research of action and television is the walking, talking, breathing answer to cell division. They've developed a system where consumerism is endless, and I will use society's idea of beauty against it. I will buy you the drinks that you want to drink, lie to you while you think what you want to think. The only machine man enough to easily get you. I mean, strip you and stick you, leave a piece of me with. It's not sex, it's psychovaginal surgery, planted on this planet to reduce genetic impurity. The robot you call that and his automated response system somehow found a way to get your mom to listen. My little simulated prodigy stimulates the economy till you father your very own nickel-plated colony. I'll go undetected out amongst the pretty people until one day, my son, they all look and live like we do.
Stamp, press, drill, bolt, weld, wire, screw, mold, bend, hammer, assemble, fuse, test, polish, power, use, skeleton, teeth, nails, skin, hair, mouth, digits, limbs, sight, smell, hear, feel, mind, body, soul, real. Stamp, press, drill, bolt, weld, wire, screw, mold, bend, hammer, assemble, fuse, test, polish, power, use, skeleton, teeth, nails, skin, hair, mouth, digits, limbs, sight, smell, hear, feel, mind, body, soul, real.
Mr. Speaker, Vice President Cheney, members of Congress.
As if it does a fucking thing. Preach on, fucking puppet.
As if it does a fucking thing to cut the puppet strings. The revolution will not be interrupted to bring you these important messages brought to you by corporate catchiness. To thwart the subordinates but ignore the torture methods of the war deception. Cause of poor reception and pretend it's not. To put a McDonald's next to the most attended mosque. He sold the Rangers and bought the rights to your privacy. Even with a rifle scope, that's something I ain't trying to see. See, we the people made the same mistake and elected a fiend who sniffed yay by the ounce. See, we created the Israeli state where someone already lived and just made the motherfuckers bounce. But after we slaughtered their parents, the infants emerged. If the children were prepared to get the revenge they deserve, it's not like I made this shit up just to get you this stuff. Cause if it was really off the head, then I'd be nickel
show utter contempt for the environment. I have sent you a comprehensive energy plan to devastate communities, kill wildlife, and burn away millions of acres of treasured forests.
He sits in an office with a pen in his hand. In the other is a gun to intimidate man. Plus women and children evacuate buildings, cause the sky is falling and we can't find a ceiling. Red rivers empty into gutters and galleries, and body parts are shown to weeping mothers. But the grass is always greener and the sky is the bluest. In America, sticking a cock inside your ruins. They started a new religion where the money is Lord. You're a pawn without a million, sell your children to the war. They're dressed up as the enemy, killing their own kind, so the public will take their side and change their mind. With an eye for an eye aesthetic, feeling like hate is genetic, but the truth is generic. Embedded in the news channel, pathetic. Bought and sold journalism, stole the wisdom, and left another native son beheaded.
Secretary of State Powell, plant information to incite fear about Iraq's links to terrorist groups. And tonight I have a message for the people of Iraq. Go home and die.
We found no toys in the sandbox, but managed to damage it. Cut people into pieces and couldn't provide them bandages. Is it any wonder that the world sees us as savages when asking for answers is now considered un-American and judge me? But I'm using the First Amendment and I'll say it ain't about human rights or independence. It's special interest, big business, black liquid. Poor kids are enlisted and quickly become a victim of the flag folding. Now the mothers are holding fabric that was stolen at Plymouth Rock, but we were told that it's the symbol for justice and freedom. Is it a must that we beat them? Looking for Bin Laden, swear to God I just seen him being driven in the bulletproof Suburban through suburban DC, sipping bourbon to worship the Secret Service. So I'll hide in the vocal booth when lies become truth. Stay tuned for the remix coming live from the voting booth.
We must offer every child in America 3 nuclear missiles. To date, we have arrested or otherwise dealt with 400 billion key commanders of Al-Qaeda, which is enlisting tens of thousands of new volunteers across America. Trusting in the sanity and restraint of the United States is not a strategy, and it is not an option.
Welcome to the underground where we pump a fist if you feeling this and ain't no one as real as a tip. I'm calling on you out real quick and please stay on the knees, bucket off the dick. You ain't running shit, you ain't coming with nothing strong enough. Say something kid, but quit bluffing, face her out. Call you bluffing, make you fool. I just might take your soul. Listen up kids, the future's right here and my name's Atypical. So quit that playlist unless you can find that AT on it. I'm a 518er, so if I find one hater, I'm gonna dead it. The future shock is spreading at a new alarming rate of speed, and I know it's something that you need, so I will pick it up and run with it for a little bit, cause you little kids ain't really shit. First day of school, my rhyme penance all that syllabus, so here you go, and here's my flow, check it out now, watch me go. And even Rain Man couldn't count these syllables, so don't act like you don't know. This is easy, speed BB in each MC until his EYEs are bleeding from trying to see me. You think that's air that I'm breathing? When you find yourself watching this in disbelief, try clocking this, but I'm reaching speeds that's fast enough to outrun the apocalypse. Fuck oxygen, I don't breathe. Fuck stopping this, cause you can't beat a machine that will leave you bleeded, defeated inside a ravine. I'm too quick, too slick, using abusiveness to make you choose it. You like it, you lose it every time I spew my music. I write verses on a victim's skin in a permanent marker with a Sharpie pen. I'll throw you in the Hudson. You can't swim, the mind drowns. I watch the verse sink in, and this ain't pretend, ain't a game. Fuck your rules, there's no time to play. The future is now, so come on and bounce, cause your hair spends like yesterday.
Yo, what up, son? Who the fuck is this? That's A-Tipsy, man. He's
fucking yo, eat this kid up.
Yo, if you really feel that way, yo, you give him a try.
Alright, see what happens. I'm just saying, man, you talk all that shit. Whatever, son.
And every time I look in the mirror, it's like someone was chasing me away in the perfect time to strike. But I know it's not a person coming waits for no one. I'm on a crash course in full force tonight, cause it's about time. The hell of bad timing, can't get a grip on life. Never mind the system structure set in place. I'm a punk motherfucker with a weathered face. And if I die before I wake, I pray to myself there's a better place. But for now, I just deal with the difficult choices, narrowing down all the voices. There's a million little men inside my head, and I can't get them out. And when they don't get their way, they proceed to scream and shout. Devil's advocates with different opinions on how I should live. So I send in that monster I created to breathe again, breathe again.
I don't understand. It's spaced out art gallery shit. Where's the bitches? Where's the hoes?
What?
That's not real shit.
Well, that's real
that
shit.
Doesn't make any.
What the fuck are you saying?
No, I'm saying.
And I might be down, but I'm not out yet. Cerebral sounds stem from the mountain in a stream of consciousness of lies and truths. It's time to use this fountain of youth to find new old me. Only I can control destiny. So sit back and watch me as I control destiny in the palm of my hand. And it's a cold day in my head when I land. Rock bottom, therapeutic. And I turn the other cheek just to face this music. Pour it all out and let it sit. Felt good that it's another message sent. It's a message in a bottle that I hope to retrieve while at sea with a pair of brass knuckles and a time machine.
See a lot of people around here in the local 518 area code that just, they seem to be stuck in some sort of fake image of what hip-hop is supposed to be. It's supposed to be you.
I let the rappers rap and the fakers fake in the capital distract of the 518. This is a small pond with even smaller fish. So when I emerge from this water, I'm taking all of this. Avoid the bait of you haters. You just my masturbators and there ain't no savior coming to save ya. You can't decipher what I'm saying while I fight for the #1 spot. Call the firefighter, it's hot. Sitting on commodes, spitting in the zone. Analog codes and transmissions for y'all to take home. Write it out and think about that for a second. And get back to me when you bring a secret weapon. And that's just as real as it gets, yo. I'm not the second coming, I just kill when I kick flows. And that's just as real as it gets. I'm not the second coming, but I kill when I spit. And I'm never what anybody expects. I'm ignored up in the club like I don't exist until I touch the mic and rock like no other. I'm just another book that's been judged by its cover. So I'm never what anybody expects. I'm ignored up in the club like I don't exist until I touch the mic and rock like no other. I'm just another book that's been judged by its cover. So I code the message every lesson I teach, showing heads a new direction with this microphone piece. A nightmare, you can't face me, you can't sleep. I'm flame throwing, you throwing games like you wanna get beat. Following my words only leads to more questions, which leads me to think that you lack depth perception. Come on man, let me make a suggestion. You got 10 babies already, don't take another step kid, cause it'll be unfortunate the day all 11 of your children are escorted to an orphanage. There's no retort for this is blood sport. You bitch about bitches but still don't know where your dick is. And this is a lack of masculinity to me. I can't believe I'm the only one that sees you feminine MCs. When you spit, everyone backs up and wants to leave, but you mistake it for flattery when actually you need Listerine. And I'm never what anybody expects. I'm ignored up in the club like I don't exist until I touch the mic and rock like no other. I'm just another book that's been judged by its cover. So I'm never what anybody expects. I'm ignored up in the club like I don't exist until I touch the mic and rock like no other. I'm just another book that's been judged by its cover. And I'm relentless with these word sets. Customers impatiently waiting for the chance to get served next. And I freestyle rhymes I ain't even heard yet. Merciless, so you curse this person's superb verses. I got you panicked and nervous, cause my words has set this world on fire with these satanic curses. And I'm emerging through the surface with a purpose to reverse this worthless audio that's in your circuits. The verbal magic of Merlin, and so you worship this incredible magnitude. Run home and begin rehearsing. I'm certain you wanna square off, it's curtains. You deserve the furnace, you little pop culture servant. And I'm never what anybody expects. I'm ignored up in the club like I don't exist until I touch the mic and rock like no other. I'm just another book that's been judged by its cover. So I'm never what anybody expects. I'm ignored up in the club like I don't exist until I touch the mic and rock like no other. I'm just another book that's been judged by its cover.
I tried. I tried. I tried so hard to be carefree. I tried so hard to be carefree.
The prison that I live in is impossible to see. It isn't that I give in, it's just that I like to sleep. And she's wishing I listen to everything she speaks, but I'm feeling I'm slipping every time that I stop and think. The prison that I live in is impossible to see. It isn't that I give in, it's just that I like to sleep. And she's wishing I listen to everything she speaks, but I'm feeling I'm slipping every time that I stop and think. Another person held back by whatever. Fill in the blank and get back to me when you understand my mistakes. Cause frankly, I don't get it either. My head's beyond the clouds, a daydreamer breathing the ether. Ask me to explain, I'll show you my latest work is an empty canvas with no paint. Cause I'm drawing blanks, scratch my head just to see what's underneath it. But the demons were too busy feeding to give me a good reason. I'll reach the light at the tunnel's end if I can, only go the distance. But there's not enough room when I'm trying to move forward, while learning how to live in coexistence with these beautiful dreams and nightmares that would make my eyes bleed if I could open them to see. And I could see the people around me move back cause they don't know me or where my head's at. To see. It isn't that I give in, it's just that I like to sleep. And she's wishing I listen to everything she speaks, but I'm feeling I'm slipping every time that I stop and think. The prison that I live in is impossible to see. It isn't that I give in, it's just that I like to sleep. And she's wishing I listen to everything she speaks, but I'm feeling I'm slipping every time that I stop and think. And maybe it's as real as the air you breathe, but the mirror I see has been distorted for eternity. And I'd repair it if I only had the tools. Believe me, it hurts me more than it hurts you. I cut my hands trying to fix this past, so as time heals the wounds, I wait for time to pass. Watch the sand as gravity takes it to the lower half, where I'm trapped in the half-empty hourglass. Ironic, downward spiral has me scrambling to figure out which doom to climb to. Catch 22. Damned if I don't do something to shatter the prison walls that I need to rhyme through. The only casualty is the humanity of this mastery, and that's on me. Just being honest. 20-some years old and still can't quite put my finger on the problems. Imagination. And maybe I can't solve my life's equation. Maybe when the going gets tough, I don't give up. I'll turn around and run every time I sneak a touch of reality, cause it hurts me. So I spend all my time rehearsing for the time that I face God and ask the Creator what happens to the life that He lost. I'm hitting my head up against the brick wall that I've constructed. The repercussion is I feel disgusted. So for now, it's free time spent rhyming, writing lines in the sky as the clouds have passed by again. And every day something new created is erased, just to see the look on His face when I find Him. Just to see the look on His face. prison that I live in is impossible to see. It isn't that I give in, it's just that I like to sleep. And she's wishing I listen to everything she speaks, but I'm feeling I'm slipping every time that I stop and think. The prison that I live in is impossible to see. It isn't that I give in, it's just that I like to sleep. And she's wishing I listen to everything she speaks, but I'm feeling I'm slipping every time that I stop and think.
He spent decades on this work. He worked basically alone. I think that no one else shared his view that this was the way to go.
And with incredible rhyme schemes, I take the stage with enough breath in my lungs to last for days. Most people popping shit, naysaying these days, cause my style fluctuates with amazing grace. How sweet the sounds I create remain underground when the surface breaks. So hit the circuit breaker, see how deep this goes. I'm ill enough to make a thug b-boy pose. So breaker 19, the radio checks mine, and you can catch me with my chest out on the front line, spitting at these rap icons on their way home. This up and coming's taking you out with the say so. Take me out, abort that mission. It's more important just to get out alive. Don't be a victim. So from Jews to Muslims, Hindus and Christians, no one is safe from this emergency broadcast system. Elements of practice when the sun goes down. Night falls, all these people gather round. Outer space is a cold place, no doubt, but it's warmer than here, so I appear spaced out. Elements of practice when the sun goes down. Night falls, all these people gather round. Outer space is a cold place, no doubt, but it's warmer than here, so I appear spaced out. I'm the rapper's version of an emergency, with the urgency to start a verbal murder spree. You haven't heard of me verbally, ain't nobody hurting me. Keeping it high like the planet rock Mercury. Trapped, living in the land of make-believing, and forget reality, cause I can take it or leave it. Rather fantasize about space travel and find the meaning of these parallel dimensions in a planetary breeding. I'm just a hybrid kid, this world's confusion. I'm the result of 4 billion years of evolution. Merrily escaped a social execution. Now I'm using the Rubik's Cube primer for my amusement. You won't catch a third of my references. By design, I decline to show you where the nexus is. And no connections makes me look reckless. That's why scientists still don't know my genesis. Elements of practice when the sun goes down. Night falls, all these people gather round. Outer space is a cold place, no doubt, but it's warmer than here, so I appear spaced out. Elements of practice when the sun goes down. Night falls, all these people gather round. Outer space is a cold place, no doubt, but it's warmer than here, so I appear spaced out. Take off, countdown, stop, look around. 3, 2, 1, go. Move at light speed now, and I'll leave the ground beyond the speed of sound. Cause what goes up right now ain't coming back down. This gravity's not grabbing me. I could stick around a few millennium more, but I'd rather leave force hitting. When I switch this ignition, distant mission, control beyond your vision. Specialize in ass whipping with the precision of atom splitting with nuclear fission within our system. And I'm ripping another victim because I'm sick of people forgetting their position. Stop, look, and listen to this ridiculous gift of wisdom I spit. Words go through natural selection and Darwinism. Survival of the fittest and the revival of the quick-witted. Go ahead and rewind that, I know you missed it. Elements of practice when the sun goes down. Night falls, all these people gather round. Outer space is a cold place, no doubt, but it's warmer than here, so I appear spaced out. Elements of practice when the sun goes down. Night falls, all these people gather round. Outer space is a cold place, no doubt, but it's warmer than here, so I appear spaced out.
Broke a rule with W Steele here by saying I only wanted one more take, because sometimes it takes more than that. But this right here is the last track. The transmission is ending after this one. Stick around, the sequel will be out before you'd like to admit it.
progress.
And now the people are watching, cause I ain't been stopping, creating and dropping my thoughts on these topics. But I have no options, I'm hungry and jobless. What I can accomplish is beyond the conscience of reason and thinking. Believe it's the season of beating my demons and treating the screams with an even amount of releasing the sounds that my mind needs to free before the countdown. And crowds ain't responsive to open and honest, so I sneak in hotness, masked in the nonsense of battles with nameless and faceless MCs that freeze under pressure of facing AT. So please understand what you're hearing has been planned to put in between your ears. I'm a personal space cadet, taking this anger and making a connection while I'm here.
Cause this is all about connections. And I don't mean who you know or what you know. It's about connecting the dots. And it's about being able to look back on something that you've done personally that you're proud of. But then you stop and realize all the people that have influenced and helped you and supported you along the way. So I bring it this level.
So this is for Chris, this is for Deanna, this is for Caitlin, this is for my grandma, this is for my mother, this is for my father, and this is for any friend of mine who ever bothered to show me their heart and show me the love and show me the right way, and the right way is always up. It's movement and progress and using the process of learning how to perfect your own personal subconscious. It's a solo album, but not a solo effort. I got a team of animals ready to go to war, and I've been slaving for years, blah blah blah, paying dues. So peace and respect to my PCM crew. They say every good speech should begin with a quote, but I'ma end it with something someone else already wrote. So this is going out to my 518 team. The time is always ripe to do great things.
And that means right now. That means stop whatever you're doing, stop this album, and get doing something productive. This is momentum right here. This is the culmination of the collective grind, and this is all going somewhere. This is 518 hip-hop music. This is pitch control music. My name is Atypical, and personally I'm just trying to reflect what everything life has taught me is through the form of music. So peace to everybody that has helped me along the way. The list is way too long for me to spit. I need like 15